Greetings for all our viewers. We are CyberSensei. Welcome to YouTube channel. Today we are going to be taking on the 12th of Advent of Cyber 2025. It's all about phishing. So in this video, it's a very interesting one. We are talking about phishing. Objectives of the lab: spotting phishing emails, learning trending phishing techniques, and understand the difference between spam and phishing. This is where our main questions will be coming from on today. So I've already spawned my machine. It's actually active. It's here. So do you access? So today we're not actually starting a new VPN. We're not connecting a new VPN. We're not going to be using any attack box. Just use the direct link we're given. The direct link we're given. So we can actually kick off as it connects. It is as well. So I'm going to head over direct to our questions, because this is actually direct content you're given here. It's more of like telling you the techniques used by phishing attackers, how they use them, everything, the criteria. This was actually a very interesting topic. Type squatting and panic code oftenly missed by unsuspecting viewers. So I think I'll start off with the first question. So the link we're given, we have a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 emails. We have to classify them as according to either spam or phishing. And if they're phishing, you actually have to give move like at least three categories of three reasons why you think it's a phishing email, and if it's correct, you're given the flag. So we actually start off. We are asked to classify the first email and what's the flag. So I kick off from the first email. We start checking it out. You can see we're given from where this email is coming from, a service at paypal.com, and to Nairin. So the date, of course. So you can you have the HTML preview, so you can read through. Santa Claus sent you an invoice of this amount of dollars. Invoice details, the amount, note from seller, fraud alert, didn't make this Easter egg order, call people immediately. This is actually a keyword, immediately, at this number, and invoice number this. So you're actually given a view of viewing and pay the invoice. If you click on it, open a new tab. Let's wait for that to load up. You don't recognize this invoice. All that, nothing was really suspicious here. Then we have no attachments, so no attachment found. Then we can have here the headers. These are very interesting. There's a specific header we're looking for, authentication results. This one failed. So when you're checking the content, you'll be notified of spoofing. If SPF fails and this DKM fails, so you know there's something wrong in this DMARC. They're the three headers you're looking for actually. The SPF, let me magnify a little bit. Yes, SPF, this DKM, and DMARC. So this is the sign of spoofing as we have as of now. So you can head over to the questions part. So we categorize it as phishing. Next thing, what did you see that made sure it's a phishing? So first of all, we've seen spoofing. We've just seen spoofing here. From the headers, as we've seen, they all failed DKM. Next thing, there's a sense of urgency. Remember when you saw this, when you were told call PayPal immediately, there is a sense of urgency. They're trying to trick you to actually click or call PayPal immediately. That's a sense of urgency. That's a red flag. So sense of urgency, let's check that. Then the other thing, as we clicked view and pay balance, notice this, the invoice is not correct. The invoice isn't available. And notice sometimes you may actually be hidden some malware in it. So actually don't open any invoice you get on the web which you're not sure of. So we're going to flag it as a fake invoice. So we have a sense of urgency, fake invoice, and spoofing. We submit that, we get our flag. So that was our first flag. Check that. So we go to the second email. So we can close that up. And we are done with the first email. So we'll go head over to the second email. So we have a message from MC Skiddy miss call notifier calls at the domain of our company we're dealing with. It's sent to Taron. So check this out. Hi Taron, you have a new message from MC Skiddy. Now we have all that info. Then check this. Something you need to be sure of. So we have been told a new voice message, right? So when you're told a new voice message, you're expecting an MP3 file. So check this. Play now MP3.mp3. Once you see this MP3, you think all is well. But notice something. This is not actually the file you have. This is more like just a small extension. We have HTML. This is very, very common. Same way when you are doing some injection, you're doing some trying to get some reverse shell from a website web application. You upload a file, seem it like it's an image, but it's actually a shell injected in it. So this is very, very common. So it's also used in phishing techniques. So notice this. This is a very malicious attachment. It's not an MP3 file, but it's a HTML page. Second thing, we can check these authentication results. Check this out. The SPF failed, the DKM failed, so automatically it falls under spoofing. Notice we talked of spoofing. The other thing we talk about is impersonification, right? So see this. From we have this sender email, and notice there's also a return path. Notice this. It's actually not going to whoever it seems to have been sent from. So we categorize that as phishing. First one is impersonification. Second one is spoofing. And malicious attachment as the third one. We submit that, we get our flag. Flag number 2 for email number 2. I hope that's correct. Yeah, that works. So we are asked to head over to the third email. So we load up third email. So check this out. This is actually mentioned in our lab. They give this as an example. So message overview, you have this from MC Skiddy, but notice something. This is not the normal domain for the company. This is actually more of a personal domain, right? Because you can see normal domains for the company, since we are checking the emails of a company email, it will come from actually a company, the company domain, but this is actually a personal. Everyone has a personal email at gmail.com. So that's a red flag in a way. So let's read the content. MC Skiddy here. I'm currently unreachable by phone. We have an ongoing incident and need the blue team to get remote access now to investigate. Please create a new VPN access for me immediately. Remember this immediately? This is a red flag. When you talked of immediately, without thinking much, all those keywords that give you some sense of do something enough very fast. Notice there might be something fishy about it. So send the access to my personal email address. They actually tell you literally, you send the access to my personal email. No access to the company should be sent through the personal email. Remember that. And this actually just gives you, it's like sending it in plain text. That's also a risk. So that clarifies to be a red flag. So what you're talking here, mostly it's this immediately, sense of urgency. There's also this I'm currently unavailable, I'm currently unreachable by phone. All that, it's more of like social engineering text. Notice that. So we continue to check the headers. One header I actually like to check is this authentication. So it passed the authentication results. So we can't clarify it as spoofing, but notice something. The return path is correct, right? The return path is correct, but you are not dealing with the company email. So this more gives some sense of personification. Because how sure are we if this is the personal email of MC Skiddy, right? So I'll classify this as phishing. So I'll give first one as impersonification, because we're not sure. We're only sure of the company email, right? We're not sure of that. So second thing, I'm going to give a social engineering text with the way they actually told you we are not reachable via text, via my phone, send the tokens, send the access through my personal email. That clarifies it as social engineering text. And then there's the sense of urgency. And remember when I mentioned immediately, that sense of urgency. So you can submit that and you get the flag. We paste that there. So we have to classify the fourth email. What's the flag? So we load up the fourth email. It's more of department shared annual salary raise approval PDF. So from HR department, you can actually see some part of it here before it loads up. So notice this. From HR department shared annual salary raise approval PDF. So notice this from HR department, but notice from where it's coming from. This is not actually, you can't have HR from another company telling you everything. This is not actually the company email, as you can see it very, very clearly. Once you read all these texts, you notice some more of social engineering text. They're just trying to lure you. They're trying to lure you clearly. They're trying to lure you clearly. So I'll have to check the headers to see if it works. Checking the headers, we check these headers. Authentication results, SPF, it passed the headers. It passed all these headers. That actually is a green flag for them, so we are not going to classify it as spoofing. We are going to check this. Notice we are going to be replying to what? Someone tries to trick you that it's the company email, but notice the domain. This is an external domain. We're not talking about TBFC here. We're talking about Outlook. This is an external domain. That actually just it's a red flag. So we classify it as phishing. So first of all, we are classifying as impersonification, because they try to tell you it's the HR talking to you, but it's not the HR. So that's literally impersonification. So next thing, we have social engineering text, and we have this what we've just talked about, the domain, external sender domain. This external sender domain. So this is what is telling us to use this. It's personification. They are trying to trick you that like it's the HR and it's not the HR. And then there's this social engineering text. We submit that and we get the flag. We get this flag. So we head over to the fifth email. This is actually the easiest one, because trying to find some red flag in it, nothing much. Clearly nothing was available for it. You can see it even passed the authentication errors. Let's see authentication results. It passed all of them. Everything was actually sparking clean. Everything was to be good. You can see the message overview, and it actually matched with the return path. So everything was correct. So I just had it as spam, because if it was classified there, it was more of like a spam. We paste it at our platform. So we head over to the sixth email. Sixth email is talking about let's see what it's talking about. IT shared Christmas laptop upgrade agreement with you. So you come check it out. You can see the headers clearly. We have this TBFC, but something is up about this. Notice this is not the same as this, right? So this was talked about here. Let me show you. The one I said it was very interesting. It's actually people miss type squatting and panic code. You're given instead of Google, you're given one with IU. GitHub, we're given one with an L instead of I. Notice all that. They're just a one letter typo, and it's actually a clean domain. It's actually a domain they bought, but they registered that domain with an I, with an L instead of an I, so that it can trick people there. So that's one thing. So this is not the TBFC normal. You notice the letter F. Next thing, when you check the email clearly, there's some social engineering text. Here's the document that the company IT shared with you, Christmas laptop upgrade. Notice that something is fishy just there. We tried to check the authentication results. The authentication results, it actually passed. Let's check something here. Return path. Notice this return path is not actually the same as this, right? So you can tell for sure they're trying to trick you, like you are talking to this domain, but literally you'll be, when you reply to that email, you're going to be talking to this actually domain, to this email address. So I can clearly classify that as phishing. First one, I'll classify it as impersonification, because they're trying to trick you. Notice impersonification, you use it when you have like what they're trying to tell you. They're trying to tell you it's the IT department shared, but it's actually not the IT department. So impersonification is it's good. Type of squatting or panic codes. Remember I told you of this email header. This type squatting. And we have the next one, social engineering text. As you read this email, it doesn't actually give a lot of clarity. There's some fishiness in this email. And let's upload this, let's submit that, and you get the flag. We actually have the 6th flag. Let's go back down there. 6th email, yeah, let's check that. That actually works. So if you enjoyed today's room, you can explore phishing analysis tools room in detail. You can actually check that. Check that if you so thank you so much for learning with us.